Hello there. Welcome or welcome back to your new happy place. Today we're going to be doing I wanted to say thank you first and foremost for the likes, subscribes. I really appreciate the shares and all of the love in all of its many forms. So today we're looking at we're going to do a pick a card, the great and wonderful, all that is, was, or ever will be. We're going to ask for some advice on this or that. So I went ahead and pulled some oracle cards, and I'm going to do some tarot on your reading. But the general gist here is the area of life being the rune that you each have, and I've got a white light oracle in regards to the evolution goal for your soul in this particular area of life and this choice. So if you are hovering on a this or that moment, again, let's go ahead and ask the great answer itself. So for pile one, we have the first rune here, number 13, and I'm going to give you the numbers because I think it's important, which is Eihwaz. Hang on. Make sure I'm saying that right. Eros, yes. There we go. Eihwaz, which means tree. And for your white light, you've got number 23, the beta of Spirit Wolf. And what's interesting is both of these are in regards to resilience, inner strength, your ability to put the past where it belongs and build from here, the tree aspect, acknowledging where your roots came from, and now that you have this mature place of trusting your instincts, so forth. So pile two, we have the first rune, and okay, so the first rune is, I'm sorry, I got ahead of myself, Fehu, which means livestock, okay, and then we have number one with the white light oracle, Magnetism of Eros, which is all about that initial desire. And then we have livestock here, which is about the initial investment of value, like number one, okay? So where you're putting your energy in as far as the tactile world, it seems, where that driver is. So for the last pile here, pile three, we have the rune of Nauhiz, which means necessity. Essentially like the necessity is mother of invention, that sort of resourceful attitude, right? So it really is a state of mind, and that's number 10. And you have that with number 9. So very interesting number scenario here. Watch my fingers. The Dakini of white light. I think that so. Dakini of infinite light. So, which is about that receiving that flow. So it's an interesting scenario of this and that, and it seems like these are high level perspective qualifiers. So I'm excited to look into it, and hopefully you're going to enjoy this and find some value. So I will see you at your reading. Yay! Well, hello, pile one. If you chose the rune of Eihwaz, again, number 13, means tree, and the beta of Spirit Wolf, number 23, then this is your reading. Again, this looks like this or that about kind of now that you know, where do you invest now? This is kind of a legacy thing. So I have not seen these. I'm very excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this on this side and that on that side. So we'll keep it clean. I've got 2 of each. So this should be exciting. All right. So for this, I'm going to always go from left to right. So we'll go for this side. We have the Judge as the archetype. Now, this is, of course, all beneficial here. We're asking the all that is to help you decide. And I do want to add with each reading to go ahead and have an idea of what this is versus that. Because as a reader here, I'm going to look at this as this and that. Okay? So just so everybody's clear on that, go ahead and pick your own, relative value of this and that. So it's kind of like a pro and con list with the universe. So we have which was what my idea was for it. I have never seen a reading like this, but here we go. The animal. Interesting. All right, so we've got this and that. Okay, I'm going to pull them all before I get to talking. This is going to be this from the Queen of the Moon, Oracle Power, Full Moon. Interesting. That is number 16. Okay. And we have for the animal, Focus. This is going to be for that on Queen of the Moon. Number 14. This is Soul Retrieval from the Mystical Shaman in reverse. Okay. Got Power and Soul Retrieval. Okay, for that side from the Mystical Shaman, we have the Rattle in reverse. And we will read the medicine for these because this particular deck has fantastic reversal messages. Now, in theory, all these will fit. What is that? That's 41 and 14 reversals. 16. $61? I can't do that. Okay, so mystery. Wow, this is so interesting. This is going to be on this side of this particular legacy making moment for yourself. But we'll do this way. And we have the side of that. Ground down. Okay, talk about legacy and roots and investment of one's energy. With the trajectory of the long-term investment of what they hold to have the most value to them. Okay, so this looks like you are set up for a really interesting conversation about how you see your trajectory going forward. See if I can't get it together here. See, shall move out a little bit. Judge. Hmm. Okay. Let's see. So we have, you know what? I think maybe we should read the medicine for each because it looks like it's kind of like in this particular, on this side, it's very high level, it's very high perspective, it's very zoomed out, it's very all encompassing, otherworldly almost, okay? And then on this side, it seems so very 3D, right? Oh, I'm sorry, on that side. It seems very, very 3D. So that's what I'm seeing as the biggest difference between this and that. This is all about personal power and the aspect of what's possible going forward. This is about almost the that. We'll get used to that. I think it's fun. This is all about that is all about the intention of the growth and the taming of that like earthly aspect of the tree, the longevity of it. This is so interesting. And again, I've never done a reading like this, so I think it's fascinating. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 4 cards for the this side and 4 cards for the that side, and we're going to look at essentially what you know and what you don't know in relation to this particular choice that you have, as well as advice, and see if we can give you sort of the best objective view of both this and that. Like I said, from the great and wonderful all that is. Oops. Okay. You gotta love an interesting cut. You gotta love an interesting cut. Alright, so I'm gonna go. Oh, wow. Okay, talk about judge and soul retrieval in reverse. Okay, we've got the 3 of Swords. Let me go ahead and show you these as they come out. So this is going to represent you in the aspect of this. Okay. We've got the Knight of Cups, which is going to be what you know. Please, John. Alright, we have strength, because this is all about inner strength, and wow. Okay. Strength as the unknown. Wow. And the advice for action. 2 of Wands. Looks like taking it in hand, huh? Having that power. Okay. Let's see how this is going to work. Because I want to make sure I have enough room for both. And you can see this. Yay! Okay. And for the animal, we're going to do the same. Alright, the Lovers is the Self. And the Known, the Chariot. Okay. I guess we should just stay like this. This is going to be this. I'm trying to keep the aspect of them being on separate sides for us. Okay. And this is for that. And now this is the, wow. The High Priestess is the unknown. The High Priestess is the unknown. Wow. Talk about resilience and a flow and the choice of that. The magic. On this focus card, being immersed in this water of your own, really focused on this transformation that's very personal. With this rattle, which represents your personal power. All right. For the that option, what is the advice? Knight of Swords. Okay. Okay. This is really interesting. It looks like for this, calling back your power is most definitely advised, especially with this being an inner strength moment. With the yew tree, no accident there. We're going to call that YOU, right? Even though it is YEW. But the yew tree and the beta of Spirit Wolf, that's all about owning your own instincts and intuition, resilience, inner strength that you gain because you have become aware of your own power, your own self, your own ability to judge the moment that you're in. So that's where we're at with this. Okay? Definitely advised. All right. And now as far as that, let's look at that. Also, can't go wrong, right? We have you as the Lovers. So the choice, the known being the Chariot. Wow. High Priestess being the unknown. Let me think about this for just a half second. It's like choosing to trust your instincts and then just, you know, that, there it is. Because once you focus on your own power, you overcome any animal moment and you can invest in your tree, right? So it looks like the difference between this and that is like your angle of perspective. But they both have an aspect of absolute inner strength. I mean, the High Priestess as the unknown on that, and strength as the unknown on this. And either way, there's a choice that definitely needs to be made, because you as the Three of Swords, in regards to this mystery and this judge aspect of whether or not this is your power, you know, this is an isolated heart. This is, you know, a self that has doubted their instincts, their intuition, that mystery, that aspect of their own power, their own judgment, right? This is a heart feeling as if they have power. And this is an opportunity to find that and to pour love all over it, and know that you are strong and infinite in the mystery of that, and to choose, you know, choose to own it. And it's almost like you should do both. I know that may or may not be helpful, but, you know, as far as the U tree goes, you have a really good decision here. We have the Four of Swords on the bottom, which really is peace, you know, when you think about it. All right, Spirit, you know what? I'm going to add to this particular reading because I personally would like to go ahead and get one card for each, as far as if we can add another perspective. You know, maybe something perhaps fun, because this looks as if this is a really big decision. And that it is a decision of self and trajectory of self and how you hold that particular spirit wolf of yours, right? It's very visceral. Whereas this is internal and more esoteric and most definitely necessary. This is, like I said, very visceral. Okay. Wow. Can I have one card for each, please? And we're going to go with this first. And this is an aspect of, you know, a joy, okay? A joy. Let me get a card for each, please. Okay, Three of Wands. Definitely something to look forward to, something that you can claim, own. Soul retrieval, for sure. Look, these are your ships. This is your aspect. This is your perspective. This is your power. Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. As very much seeing your own power, especially following up with the Two of Wands. Okay, and for that, can you even see this? We'll move it over here. Alright, this is for that. Oh, that is really fun, though. It's a fun problem to have, linguistically. All right, and a fun aspect, or a joy aspect for this, for that choice, as far as advice, with this Knight of Swords. Oh, MG, Ace of Pentacles. Knowing your value to the universe. That blessing opportunity to claim it as yours, that focus, that power, and that rattle in reverse. Knowing, claiming that spirit wolf there. Your inner strength. And the value of that. Wow. That's fantastic. Wow. I really truly hope this. I hope this helped you make a decision. And I have to say that, as this Page of Swords here at the bottom represents, it's almost like, you can't go wrong either way, because this decision for you, this or that, is important on both levels. It's important from both sides for you. So for however this pertains to you, I would say definitely consider this and that. Because you do have the spirit wolf here, and you can always, this is always in your hands. And so is that. I'm going to go ahead and make that your reading. Again, this is always in your hands, right? This or that. It seems like both are very appropriate, and both may serve you. So I hope this helped, and please like and subscribe if you haven't yet. And until next time, thank you. Peace. If I could find my camera. Hey, Pile 2, if you chose the rune, the first rune of livestock, which is Fehu, and you get to the Magnetism of Eros, which is also number 1 from the White Light Oracle, all about new beginnings here. New beginnings, that initial drive for anything. So we're going to do this and that. Go ahead and, of course, on your own, this is very personal. What is your this and what is your that? Okay, so as a reader, I'm just going to refer to this and that. We'll go ahead and give you a spread on both sides. So I have not looked, so we are both in for a surprise. Yay! All right, Pile 2, let's go ahead with your archetypes first. We have the river. For this, interesting. All about the reflection of your true self. Okay, love that. And that's the desert. Interestingly, also uncomfortably internal. But a totally different perspective. Okay. From the Queen of the Moon Oracle, we have resistance. For this, which moon is that? Waning crescent. I love the way it looks here. It looks so interestingly odd. Resistance. For this, trees growing out. Interesting. And for that, we have faith. Wow, faith in the desert. Look at the complete opposite icons here too. We have a very fertile Empress looking full moon here. The worm moon. That is fantastic. Okay. So the desert and faith for that. Woo! Haha, this is a fun one. We have Vision Quest for this. That's number 16. Move over. Resistance. Move over, resistance. We're going on a vision quest to look in the river and see our reflection. For this, or for that, we have, ooh, the hummingbird in reverse. Messages? Messages? God bless you, kitty. Faith with the hummingbird in reverse. How interesting is that? Ooh, I didn't mean to turn that over. Oh, they're upside down. So for this side, from the great and wonderful all that is, we have Shine On. From the Awake Oracle. Again, reflection. Looking at the self. What you're growing, what's in what's in your hands here, what you're going to grow. That livestock perspective, and the magnetism of Eros is all about that force, that power of desire, perspective, the initial urge, right? And for that, we have infinite abundance. I mean, you can't go wrong, right? Okay. So for this, And that we have faith. This looks like an internal, almost like between this and that. It almost seems like this is an externally visible choice, and this is an internally visible choice. Like, not visible, but I hope you understand where I'm going with that. It seems as if this is, uh, again, I feel as if this is the choice that will have you expressing from the outside. Like, people will be able to see this choice. That, however, seems to be very internal, especially with the hummingbird reversed and the desert. But it's infinite abundance. You know, it's like you're creating from, behind the scenes, right? All right, very cool. Let's get you some tarot because this is fascinating to me, this reading already. Talk about a choice. This or that, yeah? Let's see. Okay. Again, the Vision Quest versus the Hummingbird Reverse for that. It's almost like the Vision Quest, you go and search. Not that you have to literally go anywhere, but, it's a self that's obviously looking for, and, looking for, whether it's introspecting or not, it's still visible from the outside. And, the advice is shine on. So this is going to be visible. This person is holding, their cause in their hand, it looks like, Whereas this is very internal. Even this moon card seems very lit up versus this faith moon. Even though it's a full moon, it looks very dark. Wow. Very internal, external, internal. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and get you some tarot for your each. This is so cool. This or that. All right. I'm going to do a self-known, unknown, and advice, okay? So for this, we have self, awesome, the Ace of Wands. That spark, that shine on, what you're shining with, right? And for the known, wow, Knight of Swords. I'm sorry, wow, King of Swords. Very visible with that quest. Okay. And the unknown for this, the King of Cups. How fulfilling it actually will be. Okay. So you're aware that your passion would be claiming a new perspective from the outside visible, but you don't know how much it's actually going to fill your cup at the same time. It really is going to be a true vision quest. So the advice for this, the Four of Swords, okay? That golden voice within, that chill, that self-reflection. To be easy about it. This Ace of Wands is no joke, it's itself. This inspiration came from somewhere, right? Huh, that's beautiful. Okay, so that's this. Now let's talk about that. So, the self with that. OMG! Wow, look at that. Ay, the Ace of Swords. Okay, so both of these options seem to be pretty fantastical. The Ace of Swords and the self in regards to that. Which, as I said, is a real mission on the internal. I love this. I mean, I love that. I love both so far. I love saying that. We're going to have to do this reading often. So I can laugh at myself anyway. So the known, the star, the star, the hummingbird in reverse, the infinite abundance, that stuff of desire to begin with, stuff of, oh, wow. Okay, the unknown, Nine of Cups. How fulfilling and self-satisfying that would be. Inwardly, like even outwardly, but ultimately look at all those cups in regards to your desert. Because in the that column, a desert definitely does need to be addressed. Wow. Okay, and the advice, please, all that is. This is the advice. To go inward. To own that Nine of Swords. Look at that. Every tarot card has its own ability to have its own message, and not every card is like its buzzwords. You know, this is asking you not to worry, be happy, but you be aware of the messages that you are receiving. The hummingbird in reverse, the desert, that infinite abundance it's always there. It's up to you how you direct it. So it seems like that column is you have this energy. It's all about directing it. Those swords are a beautiful thing in the that column. Wow, how very cool. Especially with this being a new beginning. You have number one and number one. And I'm dropping cards. Um, it seems like even geometrically, you're shining from the outside or you're shining from the inside. Either way you go, this or that. It's just an external perspective or an internal perspective of that. Okay, cool. So I'm going to pull one more tarot card for each, the this and the that. Now, this is more of an aspect of like the happy, the joy side, like to help you overthrow, one side or the other. Okay, so for the this side of your new beginning, let's go ahead and get some fun. Not that that does not seem like fun. But can you give us one card? Great and wonderful, all that is, was, or ever will be, in regards to the joy aspect. Okay. Ooh, Page of Pentacles, right? Okay. Holding that value in your hands. Holding that vision quest up for everybody to see it. That self-reflection of the river, the shine on. Okay. Wow, self-worth. That ability to shine from within. Once this is a choice, it's going to exude from you. And that's exactly what Spirit's saying. All right, and the fun, joy aspect of that, considering this is the desert, so it's an internal, that's like 9 cards. Just one, please. Oh my gosh! The sun! The sun. Okay. We've got self-worth holding up in your own hands with the Page of Pentacles, right? For this. For that, we've got the sun, which is basically the star aspect being expressed from the inside out. Shining from the inside out. Oh, however, that is a mission more inward to the out, radiating, becoming radiant with your energy, knowing that you have, all of the information you need. You have the Ace of Swords as yourself. You have the Star as what you know. The Nine of Cups is unknown. The Nine of Swords as advice. In regards to the hummingbird in reverse and infinite abundance, like so much power at your disposal between this and that. The only choice it seems, because both are advised, is one is going to be an external self-worth, which is going to be the this. It will be reflected on the outside from the beginning of this particular voyage, vision quest. On the that side, it's going to be the Ace of Swords again, the Star, the Nine of Cups. It's glowing from the inside out, so it's going to be more of a longer, like if we were starting to water the desert, it would take longer to show on the outside. But wow, when it does, right? Whereas the river, everybody can see the reflection when they go look for it, right? So the difference between this and that is your perspective of whether you want somebody to see you doing it, the world at large, or if you don't. Interestingly enough, or if you not even that lighthearted, but it really can be looked at as this route is more of a growing from an external self-worth, not even external, but with more of a community aware aspect, right? Whereas again, more of an introspective, more an introvert, more of a 40 days and nights in the desert, which is internal. You start to glow from the inside once you realize how special you are, right? So it looks like either way you go, you cannot make a bad choice. Oh my gosh. And the moon on the bottom. You cannot make a bad choice. Both are for you. I mean, you've got an Ace of Wands for this and an Ace of Swords for that. Either way, you're going to find out who you are. And that's what the great and wonderful all that is, was, or ever will be could ever hope for you, right? All right. Well, that's going to be your new beginning right there. Point that energy exactly how you want it to go and go with it. I hope that added to the stream of your life. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. If you haven't, please consider doing so. And until next time, thank you so much. Peace. Hello there, pile 3. If you picked and excuse me, I am working on the ums. Pile 3, this is going to be the Nauhiz rune, again, number 10, for necessity, or that clever state of knowing that you are resourceful and that in any moment you're in, your MacGyver veins can, pop into action, right? We have the Dakini of white light as well that you chose. I'm sorry, why do I keep saying white? Dakini of infinite light, which the thing that set me, which really interested me about this particular card is it starts out with seek and you shall find, and it goes into the actualization of spiritual abilities. And with this being a this or that conversation, it's like this particular necessity moment that you're in of this or that is in regards to the evolution of you actualizing a spiritual ability. Either way. So it's really interesting. So let's see what we got here. For this, let me say, thank you for the likes and subscribes. If you haven't, please consider. We're going to do the this on this side and the that on that side. Please consider your what you have in mind for the this and the that. Because as a reader, I'm just going to refer to this and that to the best of my ability, right? Okay, so for this, we have the mother as your archetype. Beautiful. Number 1. Necessity is the mother of invention, is what I just heard. Isn't it? The Dakini of infinite light. Actualization of a spiritual ability, which is basically insight in action, right? Cool. What is the that spirit? The fault line. Fault line. Okay, the necessity of it. Interesting. Interesting. All right, from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, for this, we have creation. For 39. And that's the Beaver Man. Creation. Wow, number 1, the mother and creation for this. For that, we have the fault line and the unexpected from the Queen of the Moon. Okay. This is number 43. And this is a blue moon. Wow. This is powerful, this choice you have in that, between this and that. Creation and the mother for this, and the unexpected and the fault line for that. Wow. Okay, so from the Mystical Shaman for this, we have the Sun in reverse, powerful. The Sun in reverse. Okay. Wow. And for that, the journey. Okay. Interesting. Wow, that is so interesting. I'm going to try to keep these somewhat hard. Okay. These readings have been so very interesting. And for the Awake Oracle, we have for this, alchemy. Okay. Creation, the Sun in reverse, alchemy, and the mother. All right. And for that, integration. Wow. This is not a joke. You have a very interesting choice. And it looks like either and both would most definitely serve you. Wow, what an interesting comparison. It's almost like one is taking it in your hands, right? For this side. That side is with the journey and the unexpected and the fault line, it's almost like you expect integration, here with the journey and, even all that perspective with the unexpected. But with that choice, it's kind of like a standoffish sort of journey for that choice. Kind of like letting the universe take care of it, sort of thing. Which, it works. But for this side, it's taking it in hand, this creation aspect. And really looking at what you do create with the Sun in reverse. You see what I mean? It's kind of like, it's a very subtle difference between this and that. But it's like, again, with this, it's like you take it in hand. With that, it's like you expect it. And you're just kind of on the play with it angle. Like continuous invention. Okay, continuous play with the aspect of that flow of necessity being present, right? Yeah, let's get some tarot. Essentially, that's the difference I see so far for this and that. Again, with this being about necessity. Let's look here for a minute. And again, the taking on of that spiritual actualization in your life, alchemy and integration, both for this and that, are both very much, that card. But it seems to me, again, it's a internal in hand versus it's happening anyway. And I know it's happening. I'm going to stand in it happening, but I'm not making any effort towards inventing it. Does that make sense? Which both of them are true, is what I'm trying to say. Wow, this is an interesting this or that, right? Oops, there you go. Okay. I love it when they do that. Okay. All right, and for this, I'm going to do a self as the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. All right, in regards to creation and the mother holding that pearl in your hand, alchemy, Two of Pentacles is perfect. Okay, the known is justice. Okay. The mother, for sure. Number 1, number 11. Alchemy, absolutely. The unknown. The magician, the number 1. Did I not just say that? Amazing. Wow. Okay, and the advice. The emperor. Holy moly. Okay. That is such a natural, I'm sorry, this side, it seems like such a natural progression of necessity flowing into ownership of that flow being yours and always taking care of you because you know how to work with it, right? This is a wonderful choice, okay? So let's go ahead and look at that. We're going to go from the top. We have the Page of Wands as the Self, okay? Page of Wands. Looking at that journey, the unexpected. The known. All right. The High Priestess. Interesting. The unknown. Knight of Wands. Your mission, perhaps? How sacred and inspiring and invigorating it's going to. I mean, it goes from the Page of Wands as the Self. The High Priestess is what you already know. And the Knight of Wands, what you don't know. The unexpected. Integration. Okay, and the advice? The Eight of Swords. Interesting. That looks a lot like the fault line. And with the High Priestess being what you know, and this being about the actualization of a spiritual gift, with necessity being the state where that comes from. This is definitely about, that is definitely about integration, but hands off, but calm. It's a very, wow, unexpected. It's like who you're becoming with that choice. it almost seems like you're more in hand with it in regards to the this choice, if that makes sense. Okay, because the that choice is removed. You know, it's in the realm of the unexpected, the fault line. It's almost like I use the power that I get in the moment that I'm in. Hopefully I have some sort of. Whereas the mother is holding this pearl in their hands, protected in the nest and the serpent, you know, for the this choice. It's like, this is my power, and this is what I do with it. You see what I mean by the difference? Same power, just one holds it and one uses it when it comes around. I hope that helped. I'm going to get one for each here, a tarot card for each. I'm going to shuffle. For the joy aspect, you know, to help you throw you from this to that, from the great and wonderful, all that is, was, or ever will be, and help you throw your desire one way or the other, you know? So let's see. The Dakini of Infinite Lights. Whoops. That is more than I can use right now. Thank you, though. Can I just have one, please, for the this choice in regards to the mother and the creation, alchemy? Jeez Louise. It's a lot. Okay, we just don't want to. Nine of Pentacles. Okay. That is an independent, self-sufficient, self-worth, definitely working in their own influential mother energy of creation, claiming that sun is theirs, that alchemy is theirs. She's very aware of the influence that she has on her environment. Necessity being the mother of invention that never stops giving, right? That flow never stops. Cool. Okay, so for the that choice, more of this sort of removed, there's power around me, but it's not necessarily, how do I say that? Like, it's not necessarily mine, but it's there when I need it. Like, it's not a bad thing, but hang on, I dropped your Ace of Pentacles. Excuse me. Ooh, that was like under the table. I had to go get that for you. That is your universal gift to yourself. Okay, which being as how the high priest is what you know. Oh wow, judgment on the bottom. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's look at this. Coming from the inside, coming from the outside, essentially. And again, for this, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Very much ownership of coming from the inside. Very much, this is my world, right? This is my world. That choice with the Ace of Pentacles, it still takes you to the same place, but you go around about it from the outside in. Which is a balm to your soul, knowing that the High Priestess, you do know, you do have this flow. And to be certain in that. It looks to me either way, you're going to be actualizing a spiritual gift, especially with judgment and the underlying. You have alchemy and integration. Either way, you're going to be a magical individual. Absolutely. And there is no wrong way to go about it. I love that. I hope I'm explaining this well. Let me read this little blurb. It's about this big, but with judgment coming up on the bottom, I do believe that this message is for you. The Dakini of Infinite Lights. It's going to be that there. And I'll hold this up while I read it, and then I'll let y'all go. I hope this helped. I really hope it added to the stream of your life and the this or that conversation. All right, so number 9, Dakini of Infinite Light. Seek and you shall find. Find the teachers and teachings which feel pure to your heart, but remember it is the inner truth of you that will ultimately set you free. Do not give your power away, but do trust in a greater guiding wisdom at work in all aspects of your life. Ask for help from enlightened spiritual beings in any matter of concern, and help shall be granted. Believe all problems can be resolved, and a more graceful life experience is opening for you now. So, as you can tell, you can't go wrong either way. And as far as necessity, as the mother of invention being the actual source of life flow and the goodness of, knowing that you are taken care of. Either way, you're starting out taken care of, or you're going to fill that fault line and know that you're taken care of. So there's no wrong way to go. This and that both lead to you being whole and actualized a little more than you were yesterday, right? This is beautiful. You can't make a wrong choice. Spirit is here. Either way you go, you end up whole. What a wonderful message. I hope this helped between this and that and the great and wonderful all that is, was, or ever will be. And until next time, thank you and peace.